Travis Wingoodsell. Okay. I watched Terminator 3 last night as I was going to bed, or right before going to bed. Interestingly, they give the time for Judgment Day as 6:18 p.m. So, yeah, if Judgment Day does not happen, if there is no Exodus as prophesied, as today is the last day for an Exodus to be on the prophesied time in Exodus, then tomorrow I will submit another amended complaint. Which will include a motion to recuse. Renlund has come out with another hear him. None of the prophets are hearing him. If they heard him, they would know they need to shut down the church. They're not listening to him, whom they claim to be their God. Because their God, in the Exodus, specifically ordered Moses, when a viral outbreak was upon the Egyptians, to get the house of Israel in their homes and keep them there until it passed over. Thus, Passover. And so the latter-day prophets, whom Nelson claims to have the key of the office of Moses, which is the right of the first president. It has nothing to do with Peter, James, and John's keys to preach the gospel. And yet, as he claims to be in the office of Moses, he is not doing a single thing that Moses did. He is not warning of the signs in the heavens of the latter days. Did you know they've been occurring? Do you know what they are? And he's been purposely involved in the murder of Mormons to get gain. Do you understand that, Mormons? Do you know where that comes from? Murder to get gain. Mormons have died. This is not a hoax. This is not some fake news. The government's own site lists the number of dead. I'm sure we're well within the range of 7 degrees of separation of somebody you know or heard of or connected to who has died, if not gotten sick. And those who have gotten sick can tell you exactly how horrifying it is. Unless they're asymptomatic and are able to recover, but then pass it on to somebody else who isn't so lucky. Mormons know of priestcraft. It is a unique word from the Book of Mormon. It is defined in the Book of Mormon, where they get gain and praise of the world, but don't care about the welfare of the followers. This was the cause for the destruction of Sodom. In Ezekiel, he specifically says they were filthy rich and neglected the poor. Therefore, he destroyed Sodom. Had nothing to do with homosexual behavior, David Gaunt. If you don't know who David Gaunt is, you haven't been listening to my videos. He's the reason why it hasn't been changed in the scriptures. would be the foreign editions, not the English, obviously. The covenant path of Nelson leads to death. If we follow him, it leads to death. Following Nelson means going back to church, going to the temple, going on a mission, buying at his businesses, all of which require money to be given to the church. That's murder to get gain, Mormons. There is no confusion on this. You can't get angry over this. You know this. Number 10 on your temple recommend interview. Have you paid a full tithing? Money is required. Murder to get gain. This is a viral pandemic. And he's wanting Mormons, giving the all clear, as Bednar himself went to that interfaith conference, or went on that conference over the internet, hosted by bin Salman of Saudi Arabia, who's responsible for much bloodshed himself. Rather than the church saying, no, we're not going to participate with Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia are bloodthirsty leaders. He's a bloodthirsty man. And so we will not participate until he resigns or makes amends as best he can to those who he's wronged. That's what a true prophet would do. That's what Nathan did to King David. How dare he confront King David? That's what a prophet does. Nelson does not confront Trump and say, no, Mr. President, that's not right. As a prophet of God, I condemn you. Nope. Supports him, in fact. With Oaks being the main voice for that. Black Lives Matter can't protest. If they have a problem, they need to take it to court. Which it won't be civil court. I mean, it won't be criminal court, so it has to be civil court. Now, church isn't racist, Travis. They're wanting slavery removed from the Constitution that they put in the slavery law in the first place. It's amazing how evil people think that they can just say, no, it's not. No, I'm not. No, it isn't. Nope. Fake news. Nope. You're lying. You have no proof. You can't judge me. Throwing out all that crap. They know they're in the wrong. And it's so frustrating to watch Democrat press not confront them with the facts, not quote them in the moment where they're denying. I never said that. Which reminds me of John Tvetnes, when I confronted him in the Abraham lecture he gave at BYU way back in the day. I never said that. Yes, you did. And you know you did by your saying you didn't say it. And now the whole audience is abuzz because you blew up at me, claiming you didn't say that. And I didn't even ask you that. I was just asking the question, knowing the answer. So thanks for confirming, John. And as a result, 11 million Mormons said, I want nothing more to do with this church. You're welcome. because the church decided to put a stop to this Travis nonsense by coming out with gospel topic essays. Translation and historicity of the Book of Abraham, specifically, though it was grouped with the others in this whole process to stop all this nonsense. Remember when the church used to be anti-intellectualism? They turned it into an ism. It was now bad to get an education. It was now bad to gain light and truth and intelligence. How dare you be smart? Yeah, well, then I encountered a bishop who confessed while we were cleaning the church one Saturday, I've never even read the Book of Mormon. I mean, you intellectuals. What? I'm an intellectual because I've read the Book of Mormon? Are you kidding me? Oh, dear God. And then he turned Nazi on us. You must wear white shirts only. You must have only white bread for the sacrament. Only. No colored bread. Oh. The Doctrine and Covenant. I don't care. I'm the bishop. Stake president. I don't care. It's his thing. No, he can't do this. It's not correct. It's not righteousness. And when any authority, Melchizedek priesthood holder, exercises unrighteous dominion in any degree, amen to his authority. And the stake president should have caught on to that and should have stepped in immediately to stop him. He didn't. Amen to his authority too. This is how it works, and this is how easy it is to lose authority. And yet, despite all the lost authority over these generations, the church carries on. So, I'm expecting this to be my only video for the day, as I'll just be doing my regular thing and waiting to see if anything happens today. If nothing happens today, like I said, I'll submit the amended complaint tomorrow with the motion to recuse and the motion for disciplinary action and disbarment of the defense counsel yet again. I'm following the rules, they're not. Which means they know I'm right. They're afraid of the evidence I have, which is why they're pulling this stunt. Because if they were following the rules, following the law, I would have to be able to first present the list of evidence and have an evidentiary hearing, upon which, if my evidence does not lead to the fact in the count, then the defense has a just claim, just cause, to say, we motion to dismiss based on insufficient claim upon which relief can be granted. But nope, they don't want the evidence presented. And here I am presenting little clues of evidence. Which means they're hasty and immediate dismissals, not just by the defense counsel, but by the judge himself. Yeah, they're scared. They're terrified. So, I won. I'm right. They know it. Now I just need to get them to follow the law, which is why an exodus needs to happen. Hello? So, yeah. If there is no exodus, then there is no Zion. If there is no Zion, there is no place of refuge for the saints. If there is no place of refuge for the saints will have to take up the sword in order to survive. This is the prophecy, guys. Everybody needs to be praying for an exodus. Alrighty, that's it.